Today is Wednesday, March 29th, 2023. Now, that just might seem like a typical day for the average human being, but in the car world, this is a very historic day. The future of Lamborghini starts right here and right now with the all-new Revuelto, the Aventador Successor. In the now 60 years of Lamborghini, this is the biggest change that has ever happened in the history of the brand. Electrification is here. But just because you add electric motors and just because it's a hybrid doesn't mean it needs to have a small puny engine. This won't just be the benchmark of performance Lamborghinis, but the benchmark of the car. So one thing before we start the video, if you haven't already, just follow my Lamborghini Revuelto account on Instagram. I will link it down in the description below because I'm uploading every single day on that thing, multiple times per day. I'm uploading every single update about the Revuelto on this page. A lot of people are stealing my content, so please go follow this thing. A link in the description down below, along with all 4 of my other YouTube videos about the Revuelto so far. So if you haven't already, just subscribe down below to help me achieve my dream of becoming a successful YouTuber. I make all types of content on this channel, from everything from car reviews, vlogs, to my personal opinions, to redesigning cars, to short videos, and even informative videos. So basically every single thing a car person would want in a YouTube channel. So make sure you hit that subscribe button down below again, and turn on post notifications so you'll be notified every single time I make a new video. Now, obviously, I had to wear the Aventador SVJ t-shirt for this occasion because the Aventador is my favorite car of all time. I cannot even describe how much I love the Aventador. It's a car that has inspired me to keep working hard and pursue my passion of becoming a successful YouTuber, but obviously that may not happen until like the next 5 years. Who even knows if that'll happen, but that's what I'm hoping for. But if I ever do become successful on YouTube or any social media, which I kind of was,
but then TikTok banning,
the Aventador is the car I want because it is my favorite car in the entire world. Now, how do you succeed that with something, let's say, more powerful? But the Aventador, there's just something about that car that makes me love it so much. Now, maybe it's the 6.5 liter naturally aspirated V12, maybe it's the single clutch gearbox that throws you back in the seat every single time you shift, or maybe it's the all-wheel drive system, or maybe the design. The Revuelto, the successor of the Aventador, is finally here, but it's a hint at Lamborghini's future in terms of design. Now, it is obviously inspired by the Sion FKP37 hypercar that we've seen based on the Aventador SVJ, but this looks way better than the Sion, if I'm being honest. Now, the headlights are actually split, just like we have seen in a whole bunch of new cars in 2023 and 2022. I'm so sorry I can barely even get the words out because I'm just so stunned by this car, because it's the successor to my favorite car of all time, a car that I have been aspiring to own each and every single day for the past 4 years, because I'm literally about to be 16 and I've liked this car, or I've loved this car since I was freaking 12 years old. If you are so passionate about one particular thing, then it's enough to make you cry, especially a grown man. Obviously, I'm not a grown man. I'm a freaking 16-year-old.
or almost 16. I'm basically 16.
But if a grown man loves something so much, he would definitely tear up about it, and that's exactly what the Revuelto makes me. Now, obviously, I just look like the average 5'7", 16 or 15-year-old, but I don't tear up or get emotional about things literally like never, unless it's something very, very big. And the Revuelto's debut, it's extremely big because we have not seen an event like this happen since 2011. The 28th of February 2011 was the day the Aventador got revealed, and now we fast forward over 12 years later and we now have the Lamborghini Revuelto, the hybrid successor to the Aventador. So I just want to talk to you a bit through the design and why I am just so like stunned by this car and why it's such a big deal for me. But if you haven't already seen my like 3 or 4-ish Revuelto videos, I'll just put all of them right here. All 4 of them, or all 3 of them, will be linked down in the description below. I literally made one like last night, so I'm gonna get this video out as soon as possible. But let's just take a look at the photos of this thing. And now, it was leaked at like 5 in the morning, which is like, I think like 5 hours after I uploaded my video, or like 6 hours after. But let's just take a look at this because this is just absolutely stunning, man. Like, I cannot even describe, I've said this so many times, I cannot even describe how passionate I am about the Aventador. But let's just take a look at the front view right here first. I can't believe I'm actually making this video. But let's just take a look at the front of the Lamborghini Revuelto, and now it looks absolutely stunning. I love the Y-shaped design that Lamborghini is doing right now. We're going to see it in the Huracan Successor. We're going to see it in the Urus replacement. We're going to see it in the first electric Lamborghini. Now, you may think this is electric just because it's a plug-in hybrid. No, it's a 1,001 horsepower, 6.5 liter, naturally aspirated V12, dual clutch, 8-speed, all-wheel drive Lamborghini. But let's just take a look at the front view of the Revuelto, and it's, I think it's missing a little bit of the Lamborghini DNA in the front, because if you check out this video that I made like last night, you'll see what I mean exactly. But the overall car, the stance of it, it has a forward motion just as a Lamborghini should. It's always looking like it's about to attack you or pounce at you. I'm just not going to talk about a whole lot about the design because I've already made several videos about just the design of the Revuelto, and I've talked so much about it. But let's just go to a sort of 3/4 bird's eye view, and we can see some inspiration from the Sion hypercar, mainly coming to the rear deck lid because of the exhaust placement, but not just the exhaust placement actually. It's just the little indents inside of the wing, which makes it really cool because it's like the exhaust is actually sticking out of like the back. The wing has to be shaped over it just to fit that exhaust, which is actually so awesome in my opinion. But the headlights are actually smoked out, it looks like, because obviously like you don't want to have a super bright-ish headlight. Like, have you seen the McLaren 720S with like a full white headlight area? It doesn't look really right, but when you have it blacked out, it looks like some sort of alien spaceship. And the same goes for the Lamborghini Revuelto. And now let's take a look at the rear view, because I'm very, very concerned about this, because in the Aventador you had a little bit of a cooling issue, as you might know. With the Revuelto, there is not much of an outlet area for the engine, and then you have the batteries that just add an extra heat into that engine, and obviously you need to like let that air out some way, and you don't have much of an air outlet in here. But I really hope Lamborghini figured this out, because I don't want any issues with the Revuelto. The engine cover in here, it is open. It reminds me of a Bugatti. Now the Bugattis, it obviously doesn't have an engine cover, like a glass cover over the roof, and obviously in every single Lamborghini you had a cover over that, but now it's an exposed V12, which I think is absolutely crazy. Like, you can just literally go up, touch the air boxes right there, which is just insane. But back to the rear view. Do I like the rear view? It's not super exciting. The third brake light I think is actually way more exciting than the entire rear view, which is saying something. But the taillights, obviously it's inspired by the Terzo Millennial concept and the Centinario LP770-4 hypercar that was based on the Aventador SV. And then we have this massive diffuser in the rear. But let's just move on to the side view, because this I think is the best view of the entire car. In the video I made last night, I explained the design DNA of Lamborghini and how it led up to the Revuelto. And with this side view, it is just absolutely stunning the way the hips go into the taillights, and then that continues down into the intake area, which then passes down under here and then creates some sort of Y shape that leads into the front design of the car, into the front fenders, and into the middle part of the Y-shaped design of the headlight. It looks like it wants to pounce forward at you, and this is basically the sort of Terzo Millennial production model that everyone has been waiting for ever since its debut. When you love something so much, you can get teary about it. Now, obviously, I'm not really getting teary, but in my head, I kind of am, because the Aventador, the Aventador drives me forward to actually pursue YouTube and keep on going and push my hardest just to buy an Aventador. Well, also other things. But subscribe down below if you haven't already to help me achieve my dream of becoming a successful YouTuber. I make all types of content on this channel, from everything from car reviews, vlogs, to my personal opinions, to redesigning cars, to short videos, and even informative videos. So basically every single thing a car person would want in a YouTube channel. So make sure you hit that subscribe button down below again, and turn on post notifications so you'll be notified every single time I make a new video. But again, tell me what your thoughts on the Lamborghini Revuelto are, and if you haven't already, again, follow my Lamborghini Revuelto account on Instagram. I'm uploading daily on that thing. A lot of people are stealing my content actually, but I do hope to see you in a future video, and bye for now.
Please subscribe. Lol, I have big dreams on YouTube.
Now, many people